Hey everyone, wanted to show you the Alden 405s that I recently got in. You've probably seen my prior video, which I will post right here, reviewing the Alden 403 boots. That was a couple years ago. I've since sold those because those were actually the wrong size for me. They were a little bit big, and as I wore them for a while I realized that those were 8.5D, these are 8D, and these fit a lot better. So those were the 403 model, and these are the 405 model. The 405 model, what you're looking at here, is sort of the original Indy boot, and it's not the Horween Chrome Excel leather, so it's not the pull-up leather or anything. It's just sort of a regular leather, but it's a slightly different color. It's a little bit more red, but it's quite nice. And these are the original ones, so they're more faithful to the original, in my opinion. And generally, I kind of think that these are cooler nowadays, because what happened was J. Crew started selling the Chrome Excel version of the Indy boots. And by the way, J. Crew calls them the 405, but they're really the 403 model. They're closer to 403 because they've got the Chrome Excel leather. And the only difference on the J. Crew ones is that this stitching here is a little different. On the J. Crew ones, this stitching kind of comes down instead of going straight back like that. It kind of comes down like this. This back part comes down like that, so it doesn't go all the way. It's not like a straight stitch, so that's kind of how you can tell. But it's a little confusing. So the J. Crew version of the Indy boot are called the Alden Indy 405s. However, they're not the original 405s. They're sort of J. Crew's own version. And they're really closest to the Alden Indy 403s, which is the Horween Chrome Excel leather. So that's just something to note when you're looking at the J. Crew ones. But anyway, these are the Alden 405s, and these are the original Indy boot. So this is the kind of, the same sort of leather that's the original Indy boot, and it's not a Chrome Excel leather, and I don't think it's made by Horween. It's sort of made and sourced directly by Alden. But it's just a normal leather, so it can be polished with shoe polish and all that kind of stuff. And as I thrash these and wear these over the years, I think they're going to wear very well. And I think in a couple of years I'll do a follow-up video on them, so you can see that. But I'll put conditioner and polish on them over time, and I expect these will not be as white over time and stuff, and I think they'll start looking really good. But as you can see, the Indy boot has a nice profile. It's got a kind of a slimline profile here, and not too bulbous and bulky on the toe. The last is the True Balance last, and as you can kind of see, the last is a little bit wide, compared to other shoes, but certainly it's if you get your right size, it's a pretty nice boot and relatively sleek, very, very comfortable. If you want to hear more comments that I have on these boots, make sure that you see my other video, because I don't want to really duplicate the content necessarily very much. I just wanted to show you this update video of the 405s, which I really like, because again, these are the traditional original boots. And I also sort of think that these are the ones to get nowadays, because it seems like most people who are getting Indy boots are getting the 403s with the Chrome Excel leather, either the ones that J. Crew sells or just from other outlets, or directly from Alden. And people don't seem to be getting the 405s as much these days today, but I actually like the 405s better now. So that's just my comments on that. Comes in your standard Alden shoebox right here, as you can see. Now when you buy the Indy boots, they don't come with flannel shoe bags or anything. They just come in plastic like that. Let me go ahead and show you the inside of the boot. Hopefully you can see it in this video. It says Alden of New England, and then deeper inside it says, what does it say in there? I know it says Goodyear Welt. It says made in the USA. It says made in the USA Goodyear Welt way down inside. You can't see it in this video. But yeah, this has the Goodyear welt, so it can be resold. You just send it back to Alden. It's got the 270-degree welt, so as you notice, it doesn't go all the way back. So that makes for a little bit of a sleeker boot, especially when you're looking at it like from behind. And it's got a sort of cork neoprene sole, which in my experience has lasted really a long time. This sole seems extremely durable and nice, and really great for just walking everywhere with. Granted, it's not a commando sole, so it doesn't have any lugs or anything. So it can be a little slippery in the mud or in the snow. However, it's more comfortable than, for everyday use than something with a commando sole. Also, it's a good work boot too, because you don't really need a commando sole for, you know, just working with and stuff, you know. And then also the sole of it, the heel of it is a foot balance heel, and also this foot balance heel really lasts a long time too, in my experience too, more so than like leather soles and stuff. So let me go ahead and put these on, and then you can get a sense of what these look like on feet. All right, so these are what they look like on. And as you can see, I've got one pant leg rolled up, one jeans leg rolled up, so you can get a better look of the boots. Harrison Ford wore these boots when he was a carpenter, before he was an actor and before he was cast in the Indiana Jones movies. And so he insisted on wearing these boots for the movies. But they were around way before the movies came out. So, of course, they weren't called the Indy boots until the movie came out, but they were called the Alden, I think they were called the Alden work boot, and maybe the Alden 405. So that was the model number. They're very, very, very comfortable, I have to say. I feel like I can stand and walk in these all day. And they do have the steel shank inside, so that helps with comfort and durability. They just feel like very sturdy boots, and boots that I can do anything with and go anywhere with almost. You know, I feel like they're great boots for just walking around in, but they're also good boots to work in, or, you know, do carpentry in, as Harrison Ford did. They're also very stylish as well, I think. So, and these are the kind of boots that are really a good investment, and I think really are only going to get better with time, as you know, as time goes on. So I'm going to wear them around the house for a little while and just break them in before I wear them outside. But I did want to do this sort of update video on the original Alden Indy boots for you. And also, you know, you can see the sole, the welt and the sole here. So thanks for watching this update video on the Alden original 405 Indy boot, and I'll see you in my next video.